Hi, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is your love reading for January through March 2019. Just a few reminders, this is a general reading. It will not apply to everyone. And time is very fluid. So for some, you may have already felt this energy, and for others, you will feel it later, maybe even into March and even April sometimes. Um, so, it looks like we're dealing with a lot of breakups in this first part of the new year because I've only done a few readings, and it looks like a lot of people are struggling to let go for different reasons. But um, your overall energy, Taurus, is the Seven of Wands, and I'm gonna try to keep these readings to 15 minutes. So let's just get into this. So I I like this for you because when I look at all the other cards, what I'm seeing is that you're finally standing your ground. You're finally maybe even putting yourself first in a relationship. Maybe you hadn't before. And what I'm seeing is that there's more confidence in you. Um, Now, this is the overall energy, so you might not be at this point yet, but I'm seeing that this is where if you exert this energy and you put yourself first and you have confidence and you let go of whatever this burden is, um, I think you're going to come out really good. Um, lot of wand energy here, so a lot of fire, passion, that could be anger. In the recent past, this is an interesting thing. We have the world with the Ten of Swords, and what I'm seeing is that, of course, I clarify, so these might be very specific for some, and they may not resonate for many, right? So, something completed in a relationship, something came full circle. Now, when I see the Ten of Swords, yes, it can be loss, crisis, betrayal, overkill, drama, all that yucky stuff, but I've also seen it come up when it's just painful. It's just usually the relationship has been, the relationship has struggled for quite some time, and then it like hits this rock bottom, and it's really painful, and there's no infidelity involved at all. So it'll vary for other people. I'm not seeing third parties here. I'm seeing pain, and I'm seeing that something came full circle. Now, what I also know is just because it's coming full circle, it doesn't mean the relationship ended. It may have ended, and then you're still in it, like you've gotten back with this person, or there were, one of those on and off relationships, even, or it was just a really painful realization that, this person is not going to be able to give you what you need. I'm seeing that there is not any stability in this relationship. I'm seeing it's a little chaotic. There's really no effective communication, and there's no sense of security. It's a false sense of security, if anything. Um, in the central energy, the heart of the matter is the Nine of Wands, and with the clarifiers, it's like that's what makes me think like you got back into this relationship, or it never ended. You just got to this painful realization, but didn't actually let this person go, because you're very distrustful, you're very guarded, but you're not giving up. And so maybe this person has challenged you. Maybe this person doesn't trust you. Maybe you don't trust this person. But there's still this energy of, you're not surrendering yet. And with the clarifiers, what I'm seeing is that there is an air of denial here, that you need to really, recognize that this relationship, there's no, what's the word I'm looking for? There's no teamwork. There's no collaboration. There's no working together. It's very rocky, and that you kind of need to just open your eyes. And what I'm seeing is that this relationship is just, yes, it could talk about manipulation. What I'm seeing for some of you, you might be dealing with a person who's extremely manipulative and pulls you back in. Like, if you loved me, you would do this, or I'm trying, and blah blah, that kind of stuff. And it can be hard to let go of someone who's doing that to us when we generally care for them. What I'm also seeing is that it could be for some Tauruses, some moon rising, that this relationship is just lacking something. You're never going to be able to manifest it. You're never going to be able to create what you want because it's missing something. And with the devil in reverse, it's saying you need to free yourself. because it is toxic. Um, so yeah. Um, Now your obstacle is the Seven of Pentacles. So you are not satisfied in this relationship. You are disappointed. You have invested a lot of time, energy, money, efforts, and you're not seeing your results. But again, you're not giving up, right? And so that's why it's your obstacle, because when is enough enough? And what I'm seeing is that you're really stuck in the past. You're remembering the good times. You're remembering maybe in the beginning. Um, but what I always tell people is you cannot live in the past and you cannot live in the future. You know, we can't remember, oh, they used to be like this, or maybe they could be like this. We have to live in the now. And who and where is this person right now today? Because living in the past or the future is going to just keep you stuck. What I'm seeing is that you're very, I've seen it a few times already in this reading. You're very you're blocked from your intuition. You're not listening to your higher self, and that's what's keeping you in this relationship. It's like you're blocking it. You don't want to hear it. I think for some Tauruses there is a sense of being, you don't want to be alone, and so as a result you're not happy and you're almost like depressed in this relationship, but you don't want to go within because you know what that means, and it's, you don't want to deal with it, and so you're just hoping that this person can turn around. The basis of this relationship, this reading for the next few months, we have the Five of Wands. So a lot of, again, another wand energy, a lot of conflict. I think that this relationship has a lot of fighting. But with the clarifiers, with Justice, I'm seeing that you're still, this card shows a woman who's blindfolded, and so you're there's something you're not looking at this relationship that you need to accept. But with this Justice card on this Five of Wands, it's like you're still trying to make adjustments. You're still, maybe trying to balance things out. There's something there that I'm seeing, and I'm feeling it intuitively too. You're trying to work issues out, but it's not working. What's causing this conflict, again, for a very small few, it could be infidelity, but I'm not really getting that energy. I'm getting that you might be involved with someone who's really stubborn. Well, Taurus Taurus is actually known to be stubborn, so it could be you who's being really stubborn. But what I'm seeing is you might be almost getting, like, listening to the wrong voice, like, or maybe trying to rationalize why you're staying with this person, and you're not going within, and you're not listening to your higher self, and you're not seeking the proper wisdom. It could also just be that you're dealing with someone who's really rigid and they cannot change. What I'm seeing is that a lot of this has to do with the balance of give and take. I feel like someone in this relationship is very much the giver and the fixer and the hero, and then someone is just the taker and the victim, and you know what I mean? I'm getting that vibe that it's not balanced. Maybe you're always there for your partner, but they're not strong enough to be there for you. Something like that. This card also talks about codependence. So keep in mind, if you're unhappy in a relationship, look at the role you're playing in that dynamic, because you are playing a role in keeping that dysfunction, right? So there's some codependence going on here for sure. Your crowning thoughts are showing that you are, you're trying to see something from a different perspective. You're trying to kind of wait it out, which, it can be a very evolved energy, but it can also talk about, you're sacrificing almost your soul for this person. You're sacrificing too much waiting on this person. And what I'm seeing is that eventually the ball is going to drop. You cannot manage this. It's like you are trying to manage this and make it work and juggle, but it's not going to work. I'm seeing that this person is very emotionally immature, I believe. They might be quite a bit younger than you. If they're not, it just means that they're emotionally immature. I'm seeing that there's someone who's very needy in this relationship. I'm seeing that it's perhaps your partner. That's what it's looking like to me. And, they are very insecure within themselves. And so they are never going to be able to find a relationship that is healthy until they do that work on themselves. You cannot fix this person. It could also be, because there are some pentacle energies, that you are hanging on to this relationship because financially it's easier for you if you do. So that is for a very small few. Again, I'm seeing that you're in this kind of stuck, hanging, indecisive position because you're blocking your higher self. You're not listening to your intuition. The High Priestess is reversed, and it's like you don't want to listen to your higher self because you're like, I have an obligation to this person. I committed to this person. I said I'd be there for them, and maybe this person's sick. Maybe this person can't find a job, or there's something, and you feel like you got to hang in there. But I feel like you've been hanging in there for a bit too long. That's what it looks like. The outcome is the Three of Swords. So we all know what this means. This is painful, heartbreak, separation. It can be third parties. What I'm seeing is, again, my energy is not feeling third party. For some it is, but what I'm seeing more is that there's a lot of drama with this person. And I think that someone finally just makes a decision, because what's causing this, there's no joy either. Like you're almost checked out of this relationship. And do not play the victim here, Taurus. There is that energy that you might play the victim. You are not a victim. You can make a choice to get out of this relationship. What I'm seeing is that this Three of Swords is clarified by the Knight of Cups in reverse. So yes, for some, this is someone that kind of emotionally played you. For others, it's just an emotional disappointment. It's painful and it's emotional. And for a very small few, it's over. The relationship is there's been a breakup, but you're not seeing it clearly. You're still wearing your rose-colored glasses, and you have some unrealistic expectations for who this person was, and what you can accomplish with this person. Now, your advice, Taurus, over the next few months, you had a few cards. You had the King of Wands in reverse, and to me that means a few things. For some of you, it's do not abuse your power. The King of Wands in reverse can be very charming. He can be very narcissistic. He can be a player and very selfish. So do not hold on to this person because it's financially secure, because you're afraid to let go, even if you're not happy. If you're not happy with this person, you're not doing them any favors by keeping them. It was clarified with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, which again, this Page of Pentacles in reverse lacks integrity. They're flaky, they're flighty, they're irresponsible. They're more focused on the short term than the long term. And so as a result, they just stay stuck. So don't, make sure you're standing in integrity with this person and with your decisions. And don't get stuck in a pattern. Maybe you have a pattern of hanging on to people for too long for the wrong reasons, maybe for your own benefit. And it's not helping you grow, because we have Judgment in reverse. And when I see Judgment in reverse, it's telling me that someone is repeating a cycle. They are stuck in the past. They are stuck in their fears. They're almost choosing to hold on to this uncomfortable baggage, burden, whatever, because they're afraid to grow. That's what I'm seeing for you. So you really got to check in with yourself. I am seeing that there is a breakup coming in this relationship, a heartache at the least. So I did draw a card from my Wisdom of Oracle deck by Colette Baron-Reid. And, oh wow, I love drawing these cards because they always fit. This is the one you got. You got Soulmates in reverse. I'll show you what it looks like upright. So I'm going to read from the book, but intuitively, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. It is a 5 in numerology because it's a number 14. 5s they're upheavals. They're challenging lessons. They're not fun. So let's see. Oh, sorry, it was 41, not 14, but still 5. Okay, there we go. So you are being extra protected. In the reversals in this deck, it is extra protection. The card says that an important relationship brings you to your knees. This is the kind of soulmate who comes with a powerful gift. Your patterns and all your old stories that don't serve you well, that don't serve your well-being, enter into this dynamic so you can heal them. This person is called to a sacred task to help you learn, even if it seems uncomfortable. Uncomfortable, sticky, or even inconceivable. The question is not why did he or she do this to me, but rather what is the gift in this? Look into this mirror. You will only be changed for the better. So I think that's a really fitting message for this reading, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For some, this definitely will be a third party. But what I'm getting for I guess I'm reading more specifically for the Tauruses who aren't involved in a third party, that this is just a really painful, this relationship has just caused you a lot of pain, and it's going to continue until you release it. So that is your reading. You can email me if you have any questions or comments, or check out my website if you would like a personal read, and I see a lot more in my personal readings. So yes, I hope that was helpful for some of you.